Welcome again to another exciting game show of Kid Quiz, an exciting game that pits knowledge against intelligence to find out what kids today really know. Today we have three contestants, Eric, Zoe, and Todd, all from Harvey, Louisiana. Eric, tell us a little bit about Harvey. What's it like to live in Harvey, Louisiana? That's very interesting. Zoe, what do you want to be when you grow up? An artist. Ah, well, I hope you turn out to be a good one.
He wants to be a baseball player. Don't ask him.
Dad, what do you want to be when you grow up?
An airplane driver.
An airplane driver. Well, I think they call that a pilot, and a mighty exciting profession it is too. Let's begin our questioning today with you, Todd. Our first nursery rhyme is Hey Diddle Diddle, My Son John. In Hey Diddle Diddle, My Son John, what is the son's name? Is it Dr. Brewster? Is it Mephistopheles? Or is it John?
John.
John is right! That gives you one marker. The score is now Todd 1, Eric nothing, Zoe nothing. Remember, contestants, the first contestant getting 5 markers out in front of them is today's winner. Eric, the next question is for you. In the familiar nursery rhyme Jack and Jill, what did Jack and Jill go up the hill to fetch a pail of?
Castor oil?
I'm sorry, it wasn't castor oil, it was water. That's no marker for you. Todd's still ahead, and now we'll go on to Zoe. Zoe, in the nursery rhyme, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. What is the rhyme scheme used? Is it iambic pentameter, dactylic hexameter, or rhyming couplets?
Rhyming couplets?
Rhyming couplets is right. Give yourself a marker. That's Zoe 1, Todd 1. Give yourself a marker. Just put it right out in front of you right now.
I didn't take
time.
time.
We'll know.
I didn't take time.
Then we won't know what you have, will we? Eric, why don't you lend one to Zoe? Because I'm afraid our stage crew didn't give us the right number of markers. Todd, in the nursery rhyme, sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of. What was the pocket full of? Was it pumpernickel? Was it whole wheat? Or was it rye?
Rye.
Rye is the correct answer. Give yourself another marker. That makes the score Todd 2, Zoe 1, and Eric, I'm afraid you still have nothing. But let's go on. Our next nursery rhyme is Little Jack Horner. In Little Jack Horner, Eric, where was he sitting? Was it in Pittsburgh? Was it in an electric chair? Or was it in a corner?
Pittsburgh?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was in a corner. But I'll give you this bonus chance, Eric. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating his Christmas pie. He put in his thumb, and what did Little Jack Horner pull out?
A cantaloupe?
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. It was a plum. Still no marker for you, so we're going to go on. Our next question is for Zoe. Zoe, in the nursery rhyme, Ride a Cock Horse to Danbury Cross. Where is Danbury? In England. Is it in the county of Worcestershire? Is it in Sussex? Or is it in Essex?
Essex.
Essex is right. Give yourself another marker. That evens the score between you and Todd to 2-2, and I'm afraid Eric still has 0. Todd, in Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. What did the dish run away with?
The spoon.
The spoon! That's right! Give yourself another marker. That's Todd 3, Zoe 2, and Eric, I'm afraid you still have no markers yet, but now we're going to give you another chance to catch up. Let's see if we can find one that'll let Eric catch up. In the nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty, where did Humpty Dumpty sit before his fall?
In an Oldsmobile.
No, I'm afraid that's not right. Eric, he was sitting on a wall. Okay, well, that gives you still no markers. Zoe 2 and Todd 3. So, Zoe, we're going to move on to your next question. Zoe, we have a mathematical problem for you next. The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer's day. I want you to take the number of hearts in a deck, multiply it by the number of one-eyed jacks in a deck, and add to it the year in which the Norman conquest occurred. Think about it a minute.
1092?
1092 is correct! Very good. Give yourself another marker. That makes a score. Zoe 3, Todd 3, and Eric, I'm afraid you still have none. But let's go on to Todd. The next question is for you. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog something. Now, what did she go to get her dog?
A bone.
A bone is right! Give yourself another marker. That's Todd 4, Zoe 3, and Eric. I'm afraid you still have none, but we have another one coming up, and now anything can still happen in this game. And here we go. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers. How many fiddlers did he call for, Eric?
16.
Oh, that would have been quite an orchestra, but I'm afraid the answer is 3. Eric, you still have no markers. And we're going to go on to Zoe. Zoe, quite a few of nursery rhymes and fairy tales were written by the Brothers Grimm. Where were the Brothers Grimm raised? Not born, but raised. Was it in Austria, in Germany, or the Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Netherlands is correct. Give yourself another marker. That makes the score Zoe 4 and Todd 4. Our next question is a toss-up. Whoever knows the answer to this question first, slap your hand on the table. It's a multiple choice, so listen to all of the choices before you slap your hand. In the nursery rhyme, Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog, he had none. The rhyme is not quite perfect, but it's exemplary of a literary device often used for imperfect rhymes. What is the name of this literary device? Is it, wait for the answers please. Is it litotes? Is it hyperbole? Or is it assonance? Zoe, I think you slapped first.
Assonance! Assonance! It was me!
Todd?
It was me.
What's the correct answer, Todd?
Assonance.
Assonance? Wow, well we have another tie. We're going to have to go into a tiebreaker because both Zoe and Todd gave the correct answer. So we're going to do a toss-up question from another category. The category is countries on the map. And here's the question. I'm sorry, this is between Zoe and Todd only. Considering relative square miles of two geographical areas, which is larger, Montana or Japan?
Montana.
Montana, that's right. Japan is the smaller of the two. Zoe, you win. You answered the tiebreaker correctly, and you are our grand champion. You win a week stay at the Sheraton Gretna, nearby the famous harbor that you're from, and that concludes another episode of Kid Quiz. Tune in sometime later for another exciting episode of Kid Quiz. Da, 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 da.